Now there's a backhand shot, just goes a little bit high from Wakely. Tarasevic and Wakely out there for a lengthy shift. Ty Nelson at the point, loves to shoot, takes a shot. It's blocked in front. Andre Anania down on two knees, gets it ahead. Here's David Goyette trying to go around Ty Nelson. Great job there by the young defender. Two Seattle Kraken draft picks going at each other. David Goyette in the second round. Ty Nelson in the third. That one hits the iron just off the right post. A nice shot there from Josh Bloom, the newly acquired forward from the Saginaw Spirit. This one's going to go all the way down the ice, and Robertson will knock it aside. Christopoulos picks it up for the Battalion. Behind the net, it's Alexander Lukin. Gets it to Paul Christopoulos. Now North Bay trying to get it out. They do. Up ahead into the skates there of Kyle Jackson, another Seattle prospect. Quite a few Kraken on the ice here in Greater Sudbury. This is all the room. He'll send it up. Landon McCallum as the North Bay Battalion are changing. Christopoulos gives it away. Nick DeGrazia, partial breakaway.
There it is.
Nick DeGrazia scores! It's in the back of the net, number 16 for the Sudbury Wolves.
Count for the Wolves. Nice start for the Wolves. Getting a quick start has generally not been an issue for this team.
Well, Nick DeGrazia has what they call game-changing speed and nearly gets a second one there. Another turnover by the North Bay Battalion. A little sloppy for the troop in this first period. Still no shots on net, although one did go off the post. Petrov, the skilled forward for the North Bay Battalion in his second OHL season. 40 goals, 50 assists last season. Tarasevic over the blue line, goes around Andre Anania. Nolan Collins there to pick it up, but it goes to the blue line and kept in by Hislop. Hislop acquired with Josh Bloom in that trade from Saginaw. Now Evan Conyon, who had a hat trick on the weekend. He's really picked up his play in the top 5 now in scoring on this team. Ty Nelson, the pass and a shot. There it goes off the pad of Krawchuk and behind the net. Now David Goyette has it go off his skate. Peters Davey gets it ahead on the line with David Goyette. Big opportunity here for the youngster, and Matt Mania will take a shot, goes high. Dylan Robinson making his
Continue,
right,
and then you go back and realize, oh yeah, that goal was actually a goal, and it was scored like 40 seconds ago.
Nick DeGrazia fumbles it a little bit. Matvey Petrov trying to get it back in the Wolves zone. Nick DeGrazia over the blue line. David Goyette the shot. Charlie Robertson with the save, but it bounces nearly right out behind him. Now Dylan Robinson up ahead. Matthew Mania gets back with the puck. Over to Dylan Robinson, a turnover. Matvey Petrov, a very dangerous player on the right side, but can't find any players in front. Evan Conyon, long pass Nick DeGrazia. Trying to find David Goyette. Now here's Jacob Holmes up to David Goyette onside. Evan Conyon flips it in. The Wolves will get some fresh legs out on the ice. Under 10 minutes to play in this first period. 1 goal aside and 1 disallowed goal for the North Bay Battalion. Tarasevic with a beautiful shot, but it did ring off iron. Now, long pass. Evan Conyon tips it. Now Alexander Lukin will go right in front of his net to Christopoulos. Hit there at center ice, thrown by Matthew Mania. As Jacob Terrier was not looking for that one. Evan Conyon over the blue line takes a shot, and Robertson is able to make the save. Dom DiVincentis, as Randy mentioned, is on the bench for the North Bay Battalion. Missed the last couple games with concussion-like symptoms. Terrier ahead. Alex Ferron at the end of his shift. Nick DeGrazia, the first goal scorer for the Sudbury Wolves. Back out there as David Goyette climbs out as well. Tarasevic, Matvey Petrov takes the shot. It bounces behind the net. Dallin Wakely looking for it as well. Petrov takes a shot. That one goes just wide, or may have hit the pad of Krawchuk, as Krawchuk tested a couple times on this rush by the North Bay Battalion. Dallin Wakely behind the net, pushed up against the boards by Matthew Mania. Now David Goyette gets it out, so the North Bay Battalion will have to circle back. Christopoulos will take a long shot that hits the stick. A lot of penalties called at all, so they're on the other side. There have been some Wolves games where we've seen 6-7 power plays as well.
Yeah.
So kind of all dictated by the pace of play during that specific game. This is the first meeting between these two teams, so a little bit of feeling out process for these Highway 17 rivals. But Randy, you said it, later in the season, these two teams will see a lot of each other. They may as well just practice in each other's building.
Yeah, there'll be some nastiness that develops at some point. When you play each other that often, especially that condensed, one of those games is going to go a little silly.
Ty Nelson with the puck on a 6-game point streak, 11 points over those 6 games. Number 24, who will come off the ice. 33 seconds left in the power play, and the Wolves spell the end of the penalty to Ethan Larma.
Another successful kill for the Wolves.
Minute left to go in period number 1. Another turnover by the North Bay Battalion forced by the Wolves. Christopoulos will turn, or Podoluch, for the North Bay Battalion at center ice, and Landon McCallum has done a really nice job defensively for the Wolves in this one. Takes it away again. Landon McCallum gets the puck, cross ice. Jakub Kromiak with some room and hits Larma in front, and then he goes to hit his teammate again for good measure. Jacob Holmes in front, and Ethan Larma nearly goes backhand into the net, and Recession was almost sprung on a breakaway coming the other way. So a flurry in this final minute here in this first period. Evan Conyon trying to take a shot as the clock winding down. And that will be it, a chance in front.
Yes. Just like much better hockey over the last 10 to 15 games. Avoiding bad penalties, big part of it.
There's a shot.
The role that they've taken on now is almost like shutdown.
Yes.
Able to contribute offensively, but we want you matched up because you guys are so good, so responsible defensively, which comes with experience in the league.
Matvei Petrov gets it ahead to Tarasevich. Matvei Petrov spins in front. Dallin Wakely on the doorstep, tipped it, but it went just wide. Now Dallin Wakely will stick with it. Matvei Petrov in front, and a big save there by Nate Krawchuk. Robbing Nikita Tarasevich, and Tarasevich still on the doorstep. Dylan Robinson.
Absolutely, wouldn't surprise anybody.
Well, North Bay coming into this game, they are on a mini 2-game slide, but they are first place in the Central Division, second place overall in the Eastern Conference. Charlie Robertson goes to glove it, can't. It comes out. Nolan Collins, some room, shot, pad save from Robertson, who lost the stick on the play. Nolan Collins into the center. Evan Conyon will filter it down to Nick DeGrazia. Behind the net, it's David Goyette. Goyette pushed off the puck for a second. Liam Arnsby, and a good job there defensively by North Bay to take it away from David Goyette. Flipped up to center ice, and Nolan Collins back for the Wolves. Romani giving chase. Gets it up to Evan Conyon. Now Braden Hislop. Center ice, now David Goyette. He's got a bit of room. Cross to Nick DeGrazia. Back pass. Beautiful passing play there by the Wolves. Cannot connect on the doorstep with David Goyette. 2 battalion players on him. It's out to the blue line and kept in. Jakub Kromiak, nice little move around the player and gets it back. Now on the right side, it's David Goyette. Jakub Kromiak. Goyette takes a shot. It's stopped by Charlie Robertson. And the Wolves trying to keep it in, but it's set the length of the ice.
Krawchuk thought momentarily about playing that. Of course, got to be conscious of where he is relative to the trapezoid.
The Sudbury Wolves much better on the power play at home, but Tarasevich steals it away, going to the front. And Nate Krawchuk sticks out the pad to bail his team out once again. David Goyette around the defender, trying to go cross ice to Ethan Larma, cannot. 32 seconds left on the man advantage. Another turnover by the Sudbury Wolves. And Wakely has Tarasevic with him. Wakely to Tarasevic. Wide on the shot. Dallin Wakely. Couple really nice chances for the North Bay Battalion on the Sudbury Wolves power play.
The Wolves a little bit too lackadaisical
Against a window at Burger King.
Can't say I've got a lot of experience in that, Nick. I don't know what you LaSalle guys did during, you know, spares and stuff.
Well, a lot of free time.
Apparently.
A lot of free time. Here's Matvei Petrov trying to wait.
Is that part of like Gautier's basketball training?
It's education.
Yeah,
It's
I like
education,
it.
right?
I like it. You know, try and hit the three-point land.
Exactly. If you could throw a pickle and get it to stick on glass, you will go 10 for 10 from the three-point. Weird practices at LaSalle for sure.
Those pros got something to look out for.
Don't tell them all my secrets.
No, this guy throwing vegetables at us.
Matt Mania up at David Goyette. Gets that on a no-look play. Dylan Robinson joining the rush for the Sudbury Wolves, trying to get it to Evan Conyon. 9:50 left to go in period number 2. North Bay, the lone goal in this period. Up ahead is possession. And who has to get back on side? Podeluch will have to flip it in and go after it. Now Jakub Kromiak gets it to David Goyette. Nice pass as he knew a hit was coming. Still makes the pass. Gonna ring around the boards. Alex Perron coming out, and he's got a chance. Just under 8 minutes to play in this period. Face-off won by Sudbury, but Justin Ertl going after it. Justin Ertl, a third-round pick of the Dallas Stars. The guy who played last season at Cornell University, and then during the COVID-canceled season played in the Maritime Junior Hockey League as well. 22 points in 23 games this season for Justin Ertl. Kyle Jackson circles. Ty Nelson has it go off David Goyette. And Nick DeGrazia cannot glove it down to spring David Goyette, so they'll have to wait. Now Nick DeGrazia at center ice, turning on the Jets. Evan Conyon going after it as well for the Wolves. Back down low, Nick DeGrazia. Pushed up against the boards. Evan Conyon there, Dallin Wakely and Christopoulos for the North Bay Battalion. Matvei Petrov for the North Bay Battalion out there as well. Petrov, a 6th-round pick of Edmonton in 2021, that first overall pick from the import draft in 2020, and Petrov going after it. Kennedy goes down. Lukin. Now here's Romani over the blue line for the Troop. Around Matt Mania. Back to the point, Isla. Christopoulos, long shot, Nate.
I don't think anybody expects Sudbury to come out here and dominate North Bay game after game. You got to get some points at some point, though, right?
Yeah, first matchup between these two teams this season in North Bay, signaling that they're going for it and making a quick trigger on a move as well, not waiting until later in the season to acquire a talent like Josh Bloom. Get him into the lineup. Nice pass, Matvei Petrov looking for Tarasevic on the right-hand side, just a little bit out of his reach, but North Bay really putting on the pressure now. Matvei Petrov, Wakely, score. Evan Conyon cuts towards the front of the net. 20 seconds left to go in this period. North Bay contentious, pushing it right up against the boards and freezing this play until the end of the period. David Goyette able to get it out, but it goes to Liam Arnsby. Jake Mania will circle around. Going around, Anthony Romani. Up to Evan Conyon. Nick DeGrazia holds off. Allows Evan Conyon to go after it. Now picked up by the North Bay Battalion. Conyon winning it back and right near the Troop bench. It's Kennedy picking it up. Van Steensel with him. Jacob Holmes cuts across, cuts him off. Now David Goyette chips it up. Evan Conyon, Podeluch for North Bay. Now here's Kennedy to Lukin. Up ahead to Podeluch. Trying to find Terrier. does not connect, and now Nathan Villeneuve with some speed. Nathan Villeneuve around his man is taken down, goes hard into the boards, right back up. David Goyette gets pushed into the boards. Evan Conyon throws a little hit. Nathan Villeneuve helps his teammate out right near the North Bay bench. Ty Nelson has a couple words with David Goyette. 2 Seattle Kraken draft picks. Jakub Kromiak. Nathan Villeneuve takes a shot right into the... is going to quarterback it, the lone defenseman out there. Evan Conyon, Nick DeGrazia, Alex Ferrand, and David Goyette. They got to get back as Van Steensel takes a shot into the chest of Nate Krawchuk, who makes a nice play, keeping the play alive. Nick DeGrazia back to Matt Mania as Van Steensel takes a tumble. David Goyette loses it. Liam Arnsby shutting him down at the blue line, and Matt Mania will circle back. There's Nick DeGrazia. Wolves just having a tough time keeping it in the zone of North Bay on the power play, even though it is just the second opportunity. North Bay had a couple of shorthanded looks in that first chance for the Wolves. Matt Mania moving it around. Mania at the point. Evan Conyon, he'll take a shot well wide, looking for Alex Ferrand in front. Down the ice.
North Bay really defended. The fact that it's 4-on-4. It looked like he had words for the official. I'm not 100%. Hard to tell from here.
Matvei Petrov takes a shot, goes high, so 4-on-4 hockey, a little bit more room out there, and David Goyette has some space. David Goyette trying to find Nolan Collins. But again, North Bay, great job on the defensive side. Matvei Petrov and Nate Krawchuk. And it was just really nice to see everything so busy and this tournament back once again.
We went Ringette 2 weekends ago, Silver Stick, and then girls hockey the weekend after. So 4 straight weekends of teams coming to town.
Romani over the blue line takes a shot, goes off the end boards, bouncing back out. David Goyette, nice job there by Van Steensel to keep the puck in the zone of the Sudbury Wolves. David Goyette has to go back at it and gets it ahead to Evan Conyon. Now Jacob Holmes passes it to Conyon. He'll take a long shot, and Robertson will well. Kodaluch. Cross ice pass, a dangerous one there for the Sudbury Wolves. As Procession battling with Nick DeGrazia. DeGrazia got the scoring started in this game off a turnover, and a turnover right here. David Goyette in front. David Goyette, he scores!
And credit Evan Conyon on that one with the takeaway and the heads-up pass. 2 things that you want to notice if you're a young player on that. A, not only having the aggressiveness and understanding, okay, what do I got to do to pick off this play at the blue line? But it wasn't on his stick, Nick, half a second. He knew Goyette was there. I guess that in a case like that, you don't even have to go tape to tape. Just get it somewhere in that area. There's nobody within 15 feet of him. Get it somewhere near the snows, or whether that's just Nelson is just bigger and stronger.
Well, power play opportunity number 3. North Bay has done a wonderful job on the penalty kill. They are the second-ranked team in the Ontario Hockey League. Man advantage and a big chance for the Sudbury Wolves. Nick DeGrazia fighting Christopoulos, and Paul Christopoulos gets it out. Van Steensel will send it down the ice, and Sudbury will have to regroup. Matt Mania to Evan Conyon, to Nick DeGrazia, back to Evan Conyon. They do get it in the zone this time. Matt Mania fakes the shot as a couple players standing in front of the net. Matt Mania takes a shot. It hit the shoulder of Robertson. I don't think he saw that puck.
Thinking exactly the same thing. I don't think he caught it till right at the tail end. It just hit him.
And a nice move by Matt Mania.
Yes. Because I thought he should have taken the shot on the earlier chance, but hey, he got it back.
Well, back to the point, and it hops over the stick of Matt Mania. And the Wolves will have to regroup with 50 seconds left on this man advantage. Alex Ferrand taken into the boards hard. David Goyette with nobody there on the power play. We'll have to wait, and they have to set up now with 36 seconds left to create those plays. And Justin Ertl able to get it out to the captain, Liam Arnsby, to make this a 2-goal game. right after the Wolves were applying some very good pressure on North Bay. The 2-goal lead is restored.
Well, just that close to tying it up, and then you're down 2 again. It gets frustrating. Look, a lot more frustrating for the players and the coaching staff than either you or I.
That one's going to go down the ice. Does it have enough for icing? They're going to wave it off. 2:15 left to go in period number 3. Evan Conyon trying to go ahead to David Goyette. We have an empty net, down 2 goals. The Sudbury Wolves have pulled Nate Krawchuk. Pass in the middle of a couple Wolves players, and they get lucky there as North Bay was over center ice. Kept in. Alex Ferron around his defender. Ferron with some room in front. Ethan Larman just kind of in the middle of backhand, forehand for Ethan Larman, and he can't put it on net.
I don't know that he read the play by that Ferran was thinking, right? Because when Ferran turned, I'm not sure that I thought he was going to shoot.
That one is kept in for a second, but now Dallin Wakely down the ice.